Most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff. It's not going to be the place for you. Good morning, everyone. We've got a real cool show for you lined up this week. We found a gold camp way back in the mountains, a real rough road. Could barely get in there with the side-by-side. There'd been nobody in there since 2016 because there was a milk carton that said that on it. And everything was left there. It was like the guy just died. All the clothes, everything were there. There weren't any no trespassing signs. We didn't break anything to get in there. We didn't take anything. We're just there to document it. We're not going to share this location either because we don't like to see it looted. So this is really cool. There's a whole camp all set up, ready to go, and a mine there, and we're going to explore all that. And it's really cool. So you're going to enjoy this. And then we're going to go into a big shaft that we went down, a great big huge incline with some ropes. So real cool show this week. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we just have the side-by-side parked here, and we're going to show you this whole camp. It's a real cool camp. Just a little mom and pop operation here. And we don't think it got too rich here from what we can see as far as the workings go, but probably just a matter of, some old guy or something who just enjoyed mining and stuff and did this as a pastime, I think. Or you never know, you guys have ideas of getting rich. So this is the heart of the operation here in the outhouse. Well, we've already taken advantage of it.
That's the most important part of the operation.
We're glad it wasn't fully functioning here. Yeah. Maybe saved us from a couple of, cactuses and places you don't want cactus. All right, so this is a really cool old, it looks like a rolling mill. And you can see this, big wheel here, and it had a concentric arm that went around. And I'll show you what it was hooked to. It's never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, so what you got here, guys, is imagine there's a big long wooden arm between that wheel and right here.
Yeah, it's hooked up. The arm's hooked right to there. It's just one beam that comes all the way to there.
Right, it's like a cam offset. So as that thing is spinning around, this wheel right here is going back and forth within this guide, and then they would just throw rocks down in here and crush them up.
That guide doesn't look like it has a lot of wear on it.
No, it doesn't.
But it might have been replaced who knows how many times. But
and then of course they probably put a big weight on here, to add some weight to it and crush up the rocks.
So the motor would have been right here somewhere.
Right, yep.
Because the belt is lined up with the flat belt right there. So.
Exactly.
So that's pretty old. So they've been mining here for quite a few years. So there's another little shack here, but I don't think it was used very much. It was maybe just for guests or something like that. It's just a newer shack or whatever that was set up here. The really cool one, here's the shower. So it was the hot water, that was the hot water tank. I guess it's just a dark tank, would have been pretty warm. So he could have had a shower. I don't know, I hope he didn't use that freaking water from the mine. Probably would have smelled worse instead of better after having a shower. There's a shack here that he built. Got a little propane burner and stuff, a little shack that he built. Oh, here's another thing that was kind of cool. So this is an old sluice run here. So they did, what they basically did was they crushed this rock up and made it into a fine powder and then just done it as a placer thing and used water to separate the gold. That's not very efficient, but yeah, so here's the shack. It's pretty cool. It looks like it, was just kind of left very suddenly.
Yeah, come on in, Frank. Dinner for two.
And here we go. So a little table there. The guy's still got his hat and his clothes are still here. There's a bed here. A little wood stove. So I guess he was in here in the wintertime too. Because you don't usually need much heat here. Usually the heat's got more than you need. And he's got all his pots and pans here. Had a little fridge. That was electric, I guess, or propane? Probably
I think propane. It's a propane fridge.
Yeah. It had a couple pop in it. I had one. It was kind of a little flat tasting, about 4 years old. There's a bunch of bits for his hoe there. He's got some replacement bits for the hoe. And all stocked up full of food. It was all full. It looks like he just kind of left real suddenly. And the other thing is, he's got like a brand new electrical panel. So he was obviously planning on, you know, had some other plans to do stuff. It's brand new, never even used it, so it's all kind of set up here. So like everything looks like it was just suddenly, somebody's just suddenly left.
It does. It does. It looks like he was just, something happened. He got out of here and no one's been back.
Yeah. Well, I think there might have been people back because we haven't found any, well, we haven't found any explosives or drills or that kind of stuff. And there's also, he had a welder here because we saw a whole bunch of welding rods and stuff. There's no welder here anymore, but there is lots of stuff still here though. So a few things might have disappeared. We'll give you a little overview of what's in this camp here. So there's the gen set there with the fuel, and he's got an Ingersoll Rand compressor, and there's a little attachment for his cat there. That's a little hole that goes on the back of the cat. So there's a shaker table and stuff, and so this is almost looks like a placer operation, which, like I say, is not a very efficient way to mine hard rock, but whatever. And there's a little dozer, so we'll give you a closer shot at all this equipment. We'll show you the jaw crusher and the dozer and everything.
Yeah, come on, guys. I want to show you this stuff. That's really cool. All right, guys. So here's what you do. So you're going to take your dozer, get a bucket full of dirt, and you're going to, after it comes out of the rock crusher, you're going to want to throw it across the grizzly. Big rocks go out that side, small rocks this side. Then you bring it over here.
Well, let's have a look at this dozer here. So this is a John Deere, probably like a 310 or something like that. I'm not really sure. Looks like it was probably from the 80s. And I'll bet you that thing would fire right up if the battery was charged. It doesn't look to be in too bad a shape.
I did check the VIN. The last two digits are 81, so I think that's...
Yeah, no, I would think that's about what it is. So from the grizzly, then it will go into this hopper here.
Yeah, from the grizzly into the hopper, and then you got a little belt feeder that's going to come up into the jaw crusher here. Crush everything up into probably around 1/4 inch minus, if not smaller.
This is a pretty old jaw crusher. And you see it goes, just walks back and forth like a tongue.
Right.
Wait, can you get it to turn? Works back and forth like that. Neat, eh? Mm-hmm. And it's got just a little air-cooled, it looks like a Deutz or something that runs it.
Little motor running the jaw crusher, then up the conveyor belt into another hopper. Before then it feeds off down towards the table, so we'll head down there next.
Okay, so the ore goes from this jaw crusher, goes up this conveyor, and it feeds on another hopper. And what's going on down there?
He's got a secondary jaw crusher down here that's going to make it into even smaller. So the goal here is to try to get the material down to like really super fine, almost a baby powder. So it's coming in here, another crusher, up the conveyor belt, and then down through this hopper here. So what's going to happen is that material is going to come up, go into this hopper, and the reason that you do it this way is because you want to control your, ah! You don't want to get a bee on you. Man, we're running like girls here. Think you had a nest there somewhere? All right, continue on from the hornet's nest. Oh, where'd Gly go? I don't see him around anywhere. Oh, there he goes. Did he catch your breath yet? That sucker chased me all the way over there. All right, so continuing on, we've got, so your real fine material is going to come up here to your shaker table. This, of course, is going back and forth. And it's cool how he's got this little flume set up with these pre-catches. That's neat. Then the material's coming across here, and you're going to run your bead of gold right off that line right there with your secondaries going off that line. But what's really cool here is he's got a secondary setup to capture your super fine micro gold right here before it runs down that trough. And then to save water, and especially in a place like this, he's got this is called a de-waterer. So you send your material in here, and it corkscrews out the sand, dumps the sand out, but the water goes that way so that you can put it back through like a recirculatory system.
And the other thing was, like we're saying, this looked like it was just kind of abandoned suddenly. And indeed, this hopper is still full of ore. See, a Kohler gen set here. It looked like there's, I don't know what the other one was. Yeah, there's another one there.
Yeah.
Big old girl.
Yes, it is. There's your tank.
Yeah.
The clutch, pulling the clutch to get her going.
Looked like a pretty nice air compressor.
Heck yeah.
See if you can start her. Fire it up. We'll see if you're a miner or just a tourist.
The way that these work, so you got a safety spring. and you push that safety spricks in until it catches. If it catches, let's see.
You're going the wrong way. You got to go clockwise. Yeah, you're not lined up.
Not lined up.
Here, let me show you how to do this. There we go. Yeah, we got her.
There you go.
Seized. I go on the down right. Nope, she's seized.
Seized up.
Maybe try standing on it, but
Totally seized.
we found where the water's coming from. There's a couple pumps here, and the line goes all the way up here. And there's an old pump here. And I just had a well that they dug in here. So there's a reservoir here, so that's where all the water came from. So imagine you just use those pumps to start the water flowing, and then gravity took over.
You guys, you got to watch out for these. If there's anything that's going to go through your tire, I don't care if it's biased or radial, these will poke right straight through. Yep, they're nasty. Nasty cactus.
Kind of figuring that this shack was probably built close to this water hole by people that prospected this area for a very long time ago, because it was kind of, I think this is kind of a camp close to water supply, so they probably brought their mules up here and prospected in this area. We're not too far from that mine, but there's all kinds of little holes and old stuff along here. There, we found the main adit, so we're gonna have a look in here. And like again, this is a pretty old mine. There hasn't been anyone in here for, we know, about 4 years at least. This is kind of collapsed here, and we try and be as careful as we can because we don't want to wreck anything. Not that necessarily that really matters, but you know, try to be respectful. And so this all slid in here, and we dug this out the best we could. And what we do is we just kind of pull this aside, and we can just slide by here. Now this is pretty smart. So obviously during the hotter part of the season, he just camped out right inside the attic with the cold air blowing out. That's pretty smart. I haven't seen anyone lived in a mine before, but if you've been around mines much, you know, it's pretty cool in here in the summertime. So might as well take advantage of free air conditioning. So as we first get in here, we thought actually the water was going into the mine, but from here, as we can see, there's actually water in the mine. So they was actually pumping water out of the mine, not into the mine. So that's interesting. So they had two water sources. I'm going to hop down here and have a look and see if there's anything to see down this little ladder. Pretty skinny there. Couldn't have been a fat guy that owned this mine. I should be able to get by there. It's probably going to be like a big pump or something down there. We thought there was a lower level, but then we seen there was water there. Me being curious or nosy, I had to go down here to check.
You never know what you're going to find.
You never know. That's why we go into these mines.
That's right.
You never know. Yeah. Not much here. Oh well, here.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Man, that don't smell very nice, whatever the hell's it. Smells like gunpowder or something down here. Oh, that wind goes down a ways. Weird. Smells like gunpowder. This guy up there. Hey, wait for me. Yeah, nothing much in here. Oh yeah, maybe it's the water that smells. That's probably what it is. The water's got some sulfur or something in it, maybe.
Yep. Here.
Pristine mineral water that you pay the big bucks for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not Perrier.
Unless you wanted to remove warts or something, might be good for that.
we've discovered the source of the stink. That's where it's coming from.
He thought it was a skunk. He said, "Don't go in there. There's a skunk in there."
Yeah, it smells. That's what it smells like, guys. It smells just like a skunk.
Well, there we got a pretty nice air vent line in here. And they run power lights all the way into this mine.
Yeah.
We're thinking we might see some old air guns and stuff in here.
Oh, scoped out area.
Oh, wow.
There's the vein they're working there. And,
That looks pretty nice. Little pillar. Huh. You know, we thought it was going to be an open pit mine and it didn't turn out to be.
no, we didn't think there was going to be an adit.
Yeah, you can't always tell everything from records and Google
Right.
Earth. Computers only take you so far.
We've got some stalactites up in here. Look at here.
Look at this Druzy stuff. It's pretty cool.
Say this.
Well, it's never damp in here.
That guy's dangling from there. Look at here. Right there. I don't want to break them off. It took them so long to.
That's the end of the mine.
That's it.
Yep.
So, working the stope. What's up in the stope? Let's see what they're going after. Whole bunch of calcification flowstone working its way down here. Not so much stuff right through here, but back where we just came from.
I'd say this is a pretty low grade gold mine, but
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here.
yeah, pretty thin vein in here. I think maybe he was mining more for entertainment purposes than for cash.
Yeah.
I didn't know your middle name was Goat.
Hey. Bah.
I know you're interested in sheep. I didn't know you.
Hey now.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a low grade gold deposit here.
Yeah, he's going into some sulfides. You got a bunch of, you got some breccia running through here.
Yeah. Probably a half ounce per ton.
Yeah,
If that.
It can't be too significant. No.
Oh, look at this spider. Or a scorpion or something. Oh, that looks nasty.
Let's check it out.
No thanks.
A spider or a cave cricket?
No, I'm not going to pet it. Find out.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a sissy. Where is it? That's a cave cricket.
I love doing that. Works every time.
That makes two.
What an asshole. Yeah.
That makes two. Oh, that's a nasty stink.
Yeah, that water is some nasty, all right.
Gross. No, I peered down in there, guys. There's no bodies, just a bunch of dead mice.
Yep. There you can see this hole with the teeth are all wore out on it, but he had brand new bucket teeth on in the shack there, so he's planning on changing them. He just never did.
I hope you enjoyed this camp. It was probably the coolest we've ever seen, and we're going to head back down the road and show you a real steep incline that's about 200 feet, 50 feet down.
Yeah, we found a place where there's a little water. You don't see that in the desert very often. Oh, there's a skeleton of something. What the heck is that? See that? I don't think it's a skeleton. Some kind of weird looking freaking animal. Look at that.
That is a centipede.
Frickin' looks nasty. Is it alive?
No, but that's what it is. It's a big centipede.
Oh, man.
Frank wanted to rope down into this steep incline shaft right over here. So what we're going to do is we're tying the rope off of the side-by-side, and Frank's gearing up right now to head on in there. Hold your head straight, just stand straight. Probably about right there, yeah.
Put my vest on. Help me get dressed there, Mom.
Camera's in the bag.
Okay, thanks.
All right, guys, Frank's all geared up. We're gonna head down into this incline.
Who's this we? You got a mouse in your pocket? There you go. Just gotta test your rope. Make sure that you don't think parking brake's on, right? Parking brake is on. Anyone check? Yeah.
Yep, parking brake is on.
That'd be a real bitch if my side by side rolled down the freaking shaft after me. Yeah, this is nice. I like these declines like this.
You're making it look easy, Frank.
Well, it is easy. Going down. You just walk backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad at all. We're not gonna have enough rope. You might as well throw that other rope to me right now.
Okay.
Nice and square.
They squared it off real nice on the
Yeah.
hanging wall, didn't they?
So it doesn't look like it's that old.
Yeah.
It's definitely following a vein though.
Yeah, you can see the vein topside here that they're going
it's
into.
It's at the same angle that the mineralization is the same angle that the shaft is, so they definitely, this is not exploratory, they mine this. Yeah, not bad at all. Nice, so far so good. Yeah, the back's pretty smooth. Straight up and down. Okay. I don't think we'll see the animals running in here. Oh, we're almost not going to need the second rope. Almost. There's the bottom there. So this shaft didn't turn out to be too exciting, so there's the bottom there. A couple of pieces of wood and crap that people threw down there, a little bit of rock. And they mined it. You can tell the level continues on, that strike continues on down. No cross cuts, nothing, just basically just a straight. I mean, obviously when you're coming down it looks like a long ways, but. So that's about it. That's all we can show you. One of the most boring declines I've ever seen. And we didn't need our other rope, but just barely, so. Well, all right, so we'll pull ourselves back up now. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. This is not really crazy steep. We'll just hook this onto our belt. And we'll hook it. We won't need our climbing rigging for that. We'll just pull ourselves up. Oh yeah, you gotta watch, sometimes it doesn't bite, eh? See that? It didn't bite for a second. But I got my other hand on the. Sometimes these things, you can't always trust these Henderson, or sometimes they'll slip. There you go, that's pretty easy just walking up here. And the main reason you got, well, you don't want to fall, that's for sure. But this good thing about the 11mm rope, you can grab on it with one hand and use a hand sender on the other. And even if it did slip, you still got something to hang on to. Good workout. Your feet are actually doing most of the work. Yeah, it wasn't too exciting.
Now, Frank, I'm going to release the emergency brake and just roll it side by side off the hill. You hold on.
I didn't say I wanted excitement. Hey, so you can climb up pretty steep hill without having used the climbing rigging safely. There we go. Well, that wasn't very hard, eh? I'm sure now that you've seen how I done it, you got no problem. You can hop down there and do it. I'll film you now.
Heck, I had a nice cold drink up here and had my feet kicked up.
Bingo!
Bingo.